सिंधो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकान्ता राधा कान्त नमोऽस्तुते तप्तकाञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणि प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशकारिणि जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे कृष्णा. So my voice is audible this much. If I speak this much volume, is it fine?
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah,
Yes, Prabhuji. How is your health? You okay?
I'm recovering slowly. Yeah,
A little colony.
because in the last trip, 22 days trip, my body was harassed actually. So 8 hours of teaching, na? So that's why a little bit it went down. But anyway, so we have to finish our syllabus also, and we are also getting late. I will try, but I can speak little medium actually, not loudly. I cannot speak because so vocal cords are a little bit giving problem. So we will continue with this. This voice I can maintain. It's okay for all of you. And today we have to discuss 11th chapter, na? Chapter number 11. Yes.
Yes, Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhu.
Yes. Will be. Oh, I am opening that. So we are discussing 64 limbs of sadhana bhakti. So dasyam. So we are going to discuss today dasyam. This is also one of the limb of sadhana bhakti. Just give me a second. Let me open my notes. dasyam. This is 47th item out of 64. Dasyam is the 47th item. Dasyam karma arpanam tasya kainkariamapi sarva. So dasyam is some Vaishnavas, they consider karmarpanam is also dasyam, but our Vaishnava acharyas, they don't consider karmarpanam is dasyam. So that is the difference. Some Vaishnavas they take dasyam means karma. Some Vaishnavas means not from our sect. So that's other Vaishnava sects. They consider if you do karma and offer, that is also considered as dasyam. But in our case, our definition of the pure devotional service is rejecting offering of the karmarpana. Because according to the Rupa Goswami's definition, what is a pure devotional service? Pure devotional service means anyabhilashta sunyam gnana karma dhanavrutam anukulyan krishnanusilanam bhaktiruttam. According to Rupa Goswami, so, so pure devotion is gnana karmadi anavrutam. That means since it is gnana karmadi anavrutam, what kind of krishnanusilanam one should do? Which is free or which is uncovered by the karma, gnana, and so on. So because of this terminology, gnana karma, the anavrutam. So you cannot do your karma as per your varna and ashrama. You cannot offer that, and you cannot say that it is a pure devotion. No. So karma arpanam is not allowed actually in the case of our Gaudiya Vaishnavas. That means it is not coming under the pure devotional service. So because according to our definition of the Rupa Goswami, who is eligible for the pure devotion? Who has the Shraddha? So that means they are coming out from the full Shraddha. So Shraddha means what we should take? Complete Shraddha. That means Prouಢ Shraddha. So we discussed also in one class. Srila Prabhupada is also explaining. It's a Prouಢ Shraddha. So since it is a Prouಢ Shraddha, so that means what is the symptom of Prouಢ Shraddha? The symptom is full surrenderance to the Krishna. So that's why one should fully surrender to the Krishna. So that is the beginning of pure devotion. So that means Sarvadharman Parityajya Mamekam Sharanam Vraja. This is the beginning of bhakti. This is the beginning of our pure devotional service. Because of this, so one should leave all the karma before he begin the bhakti. As per our Rupa Goswami's definition. So that's why we used to see that our diagram might be remembering. So yes, Shraddha should be Uttama Shraddha. That means power Shraddha. So That is the entry door. This is the entry door for the entering into the pure devotion service. So here itself it is said Uttama Shraddha. What is the symptom of Uttama Shraddha? Leaving all the dharmas, varna and ashrama dharmas. So our bhakti begins by leaving the varna and ashrama dharmas. So pure devotion begins. So that's why in the pure devotional service, there is no point of offering karma to the Lord. Karma arpana will not be considered as dasyam here, according to Gaudiya Vaishnavas. So whoever is not having the full Shraddha, Uttama Shraddha, they will be doing this. So karma and offering. So whoever are here, let's say for them Daiva Varnashram Dharma is the beginning. Is the beginning of their. So before entering into the pure devotion, they should be in the system. They will be offering to the Lord whatever the different karma they do based upon their varnas, and they offer to the Lord. And gradually, so they develop Shraddha on the Lord by following the pure devotees. Then finally, so once they leave the all the kinds of, so that means faith on other sadhanas like karma, jnana, and so on. So, and if they are able to do so 24 hours, so direct devotion, then that is, which are explained in this 64, the 64 limbs, whoever is able to do any of that. So then he is in the pure sadhana. This is the beginning. That's why here Rupa Goswami is saying, dasyam cannot be karma arpanam according to our sampradaya. Okay. That is only accepted by some others. So that is being will be studying now. In the opinion of the karmis, fruity workers, offering the results of karma is called servitorship. But according to Vaishnava acharyas like Rupa Goswami, servitorship means constant engagement in some kind of service to the Lord. So according to the karmis and also according to the some other Vaishnavas or whoever, they consider offering karma is servitorship. But no, according to us Vaishnava acharyas, Rupa Goswami, it cannot be a dasyam. Dasyam means so doing the direct service. Direct service. Direct service means so Shravanam, Kirtanam, all. So these are the direct services. So like a dasa, as a servant, you are. So what you are doing, dasas, what they do to the Lord. Any servant, what he do? He is arranging chair for the Lord, for his master. What your servant is doing in your house. So cleaning the pots, cleaning the temple. So arranging this, bringing the chappal, juta, like this. All these direct services to the Lord as a servant. As a servant, what you are doing the master same way. Those direct services only accepted as dasyam, not the karma. Karma. In the Skanda Purana, it is said that those who are attached to the ritualistic activities, the four orders of social life, and the four orders of spiritual life are considered devotees. So, but when devotees are actually engaged in offering service to the Lord directly, these must be Bhagavatas or pure devotees. So see these two lines, very important. In Skanda Purana, it is said that those who are attached to ritualistic activities, it means prescribed duties of Varna and Ashram, so are considered devotees. So the original sloka, if you see what it is saying, the Skanda Purana, Tasmin samarpitam karma swabhavikmapishware bhavet bhagavatam dharma tat karma kimutarpitam. Skanda Purana, it is said that so whatever your varna and ashrama duties are there, those duties, varna and ashrama duties, if we offer that, so it is saying they are also devotees. But whoever is offering direct service, so direct service means directly, Prabhupada is writing. But when devotees are actually engaged in offering service to the Lord directly, direct devotional service means Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, Pada Sevanam, Archanam, Vandanam, like this. Dasyam means, here now we are discussing dasyam. So direct dasyam means direct dasyam. Direct means what? Means direct bringing the chappal to the Lord. So like bringing the asana to the Lord. So these are all. Like a servant you are becoming and doing. This is. So that's why according to Gaudiya Vaishnavas, karmarpanam cannot be part of pure devotion. So now we are working in the companies and we are giving the money to the temples. This is what? This is dasyam. This is karmarpanam. This is not dasyam. So can it be pure devotion? It cannot be pure devotion. No. It cannot be part of the pure devotion. No. So pure devotion begins when there is a uncovering of karma. Sarvadharman parityajya mamekam sharanam. So then that's why one has to gradually so raise himself. Raise himself. He has to 24 hours try to become Krishna conscious directly, not through the karma arpan. Those who are engaged in fruitive activities or prescribed duties according to the four orders of social and spiritual life are not actually pure devotees. Okay. So whoever work in the fruitive activity or prescribed duties according to the varna and ashrama, they are not pure devotees. So that's why in our diagram, if you see, so this is a pure devotion. And varnashrama, daiva varnashrama dharma is a beginning. So it's a beginning. They are not pure devotees. But we don't follow varnashrama dharma and also we don't do pure devotion. Then where we are? We do the vikarma and we do little devotion and remaining time we do vikarma. They are actually no more in this diagram. Nowhere in this diagram. So they are very unfortunate actually. Prabhupada wanted everyone to come to the Dayavarnashrama Dharma and next climb to the pure devotion. Directly you cannot jump because one should be in the mode of goodness to get the full faith on the Lord and the bhakti. That is also one of the necessary or important factor for the condition. So that's why Varnashram Dharma is the stepping stone or the beginning of the pure devotion. But pure devotion needs the full shraddha. For that one should be in the mode of goodness. That's why varnashram is very much needed. And if you don't do that, and also you don't do pure devotion, means pure devotion means 24 hours. Just rejecting varnashram dharma, you cannot become pure devotee. Many times they think that Rejecting varnashram dharma can make them pure devotees. But that is another illusion. Rejecting varnashram dharma, not able to do the pure devotion, because criteria for pure devotion is not just rejecting varnashram dharma. The criteria for the pure devotion is uttama shraddha, or prouda shraddha. One doesn't have such a strong faith, and that's why he is not eligible to the pure devotion, and also he is rejecting varnashram dharma. And where he is a vikarmi actually. He is not karmi also. That is a very bad situation of the society. So one should be at least in the Daya Varnashram Dharma and try to climb to pure devotion. That's what Prabhupada is saying. Those who are engaged in futile activities or prescribed duties according to the four orders of social and spiritual life are not fully pure devotees. But still, because they are offering the result to the Lord, they are accepted as devotees. But they are devotees. Karmarpana is also devotees. When one has to such desire, but acts spontaneously out of love of God, the person must be accepted as a pure devotee. So, but one spontaneously means so without any motivation. So all the time, if he's having the mood of pleasing Krishna, so then what is happening? He's doing the 24 hours. So remembering of the Krishna or the chanting of the Krishna. That's spontaneous. It means 24 hours. So that is meaning of spontaneous. So then even he is in the work, then his consciousness is not covered by the work. And they are accepted as pure devotees. Like example, so Pandavas are Arjuna. Arjuna is pure devotee, definitely. And he is not so pleasing Krishna just by offering his work's result. No. He is always remembering, always thinking about the Krishna. So that is the thing pleasing the Krishna, not the work done by us and given to the Lord. So that is not so much highest to please the Lord. Okay. Yeah, at the preliminary stage, one should be in the Daivarnashram, must actually. But he should climb top to that also. The conditioned souls who have come into contact with the material world are all more or less desirous of lording it over material nature. The system of Varnashram and the prescribed duties under the system are so designed that the conditioned soul may enjoy in the material world according to his desire for sense gratification, and at the same time gradually become elevated to the spiritual understanding. Under these prescribed duties, Varna and Ashrama, there are many activities which belong to devotional service in Krishna consciousness. Those devotees who are householders accept Vedic ritualistic performance as well as prescribed duties of devotional service because both are meant for satisfying Krishna. So all the householders should be in the Varnashrama system. Yes, they should follow like Arjuna follow Varnashrama system. They should follow Varnashrama system. So they should be in the Daya Varnashrama system and develop Uttama Shraddha and enter into the pure devotional service. Before that also they will follow few limbs of so sadhana bhakti. But since they are not having full faith on the Lord, so that's why they are not being pure sadhana, but okay. So that's why this is very important. All the conditioned souls, it is helping Varnashram dharma. It's not that they now I don't do follow this and Many times I am doing bhakti, so I am in the pure devotion. But they don't know what is the qualification for the pure devotion. The qualification for the pure devotion is Uttam Shraddha. That is a missing point actually. Those devotees who are householders accept Vedic ritualistic performance as well as prescribed duties of devotional service because both are meant for. That's why so Vedic ritualistic activities means as per the so our Vaishnava acharyas, those activities only one should accept according to the principles of so our so Satkri Sara Deepika and so on, so Vaishnava Smritis and do perform that. And household devotees perform some Vedic ritualistic duties. They do so to satisfy Krishna, as we have previously discussed. Any activity aiming at satisfying the Supreme Personality of Godhead consider devotional service, but not pure devotional service. Devotional service, yes, you are working in the office and are working somewhere and you are bringing money and giving. That is devotion, but not pure devotion. Pure devotion is different. Pure devotion means direct and also not for 1 hour, 2 hour, all the time with full faith on the Lord. So no faith or in your heart. So your heart there is no space for other things. So that is pure devotion. Srila Rupa Goswami describes one who is fit for becoming engaged in devotional service. He says that person who are neophytes and who have developed a little love of Godhead are not interested in the activities of sense gratification in proportion to their devotion. So, but मृदुश्रद्धस्य कथिता स्वल्पा कर्माधिकारिता तदर्पितं हरो दास्यम् इति कश्चिदुदार्यते. So devotees who are neophytes, beginners. That means neophyte, how can you decide? Who is not fully surrendered to the Krishna means is a neophyte. So, but who have little love for the Lord. So interested in the activities and not interested in the activities of sense gratification. So in proportion to their devotion. That's why this is the climbing stage. This diagram is the climbing stage. This is the neophytes. So Daivarnasha Dharma is for the neophytes. So, but you cannot keep artificially into the mature state. And most of the we are neophytes. So neophytes, as much as they develop the devotion to the Lord, that means surrenderance to the Lord. Devotion to the Lord means surrenderance to the Lord. You can say simply. In proportion to that, they will be leaving their sense gratification. This is a place, is a launching pad actually. This is a launching pad into the pure devotion. That is a Rupa Goswami also here. We are hearing from Srila Prabhupada here. So, but if there is a little some attraction for the sense gratifying activities, then the result of such activity should be offered to Krishna. That's why if they have, that means here the people has to work according to Varna and Ashram, but they should develop more and more surrenders to the Lord and leave the results to the love of the Lord, to please the Lord only, not for their sense gratification. Initially, they might be having, but they should. When they fully offer to the Lord, then they are in yeah, pure devotion. They are shifting to the pure devotion. Automatically, they are in the pure devotion. In Naradiya Purana, there is a statement. That's it. This is also called engagement in the science. So always you should remember, every service is not pure devotion. Okay, Karmarpana cannot be pure devotion. In the Naradi Purana, there is a statement of how this servitorship is transcendental. It said there is a person who is constantly engaged in devotional service by his body, mind, and words, or even a person who is not practically engaged but is simply desired to be so is considered to be liberated. So by body, mind, and speech, you are directly, constantly means 24 hours. Not that doing sometime karma and offering that, no. Then there is a break. Then that is not direct devotion, a constant devotion. So of course that activity is becoming the so-called devotional activity, but that is not the criteria for the pure devotion. So constantly one should be engaged in the directly devotion, whether body, mind, or speech. So that is the definition we already read also, if you all remember or not. Devotional service in friendship. Sakya. Viswaso mitra vrittischa sakyam dvidamiritam. What is friendship? Now we are discussing about the friendship. Friendship means what? Friendship means faith, belief. Yes, there are two types. A devotional service in friendship can be divided into two categories. The first is to act as the confidential servant of the Lord, and the other is to act as the well-wisher of the Lord. What is the difference between these two? Confidential, that means faith. What is having full belief. And another is acting like a well-wisher. So there are two are called as friendships. Like with your friends, you have full faith on them, belief, you believe them. So that's why you give all the secrets to them. You share all your secrets. This is one kind of friendship. Another is someone who always try to do good for you. That is another. There are the two categories of friendship. Someone is very close with whom you can share everything. All the confidential things are also can be shared. So this is also friendship, one kind of friendship. And second kind of friendship is someone is always looking for your welfare, well-wisher, your well-wisher. So this is another kind of friendship. There are the two kinds of the friendships. For the first kind of and second kind, we are going to see the examples. Why we are studying all the 64 limbs? How to love Krishna, actually, yes. So, Sakya, that means Sakyam is also service, one of the limb of loving. Na? Someone is having the friendship with you means he is loving you or yes. So, this friendship is two types. Is one is confidential secrets are being shared. Second is a well-wisher who always look for the good of you. So, if you think Krishna is your best friend, then what do you have to do? What do you have to do? Mhm. Let us see. The true devotees who has confidence in devotional service to the Lord systematically follow the rules and regulations with the faith that He will achieve the platform. The second type devotional friendship is to become a well-wisher. In Bhagavad Gita, it is said that Lord accepts a preacher as the most dear servant. Anyone who is preaching confidential message of the Gita to the people in general is so dear to Krishna that no one can be equal to him in human society. In Mahabharata, Draupadi says, "My dear Govinda, your promise is that your duty can never be vanquished. I believe in that statement. And therefore, in all kinds of tribulation, I simply remember your promise, and thus I live." The purport is that Draupadi and her 5,005 husbands, the Pandavas, were put into severe tribulation by their cousin brother Duryodhana as well as by others. The tribulations were so severe that even Bhishma, who was both of a lifelong brahmachari, a great warrior, would sometimes shed tears thinking of them. He always surprised that although the Pandavas were so righteous, Draupadi was practically the goddess of fortune. And although Krishna was their friend, still they had to undergo such severe tribulations. Though their tribulations were not ordinary, Draupadi was not discouraged. So what we are seeing is the first category of the friendship. So then you are treating Krishna as your friend, then you should have confidence on him, and so that you will be sharing everything and you will be depending on his help. So like how your friend, you have some you have some friends on whom you trust fully, and you have also have confidence on them, so they can do so help to you. Yes or no? This is a friendship. You have confidence on them. They don't cheat or they don't escape. So you think this is a friendship? Yes or no? Yes. This is a friendship. So such a mood towards the Krishna. So Draupadi, she has full confidence on the Lord. And every situation, yes, she is calling him. This is this is the first type of sakyam, the friendship. Out of two types, this is the first one. What is the second one? So for the first one, there is one more example also is there. For first one, there is one more example. So friendship means confidence. Confidence on the friend. Trust. Trust. Without trust, is it possible? Friendship? No, no. So trust actually. Having trust and not having the trust on anyone else. That is known as friendship. So some devotees they have trust on Lord such a way, even if they are offered all the wealth of the three planetary systems, they are not ready to even leave the Lord's lotus feet for one moment also. So they have such a trust on the Lord. So this is one should have trust. For the second category, there is a second category. Shraddha. Oh, before that second category of the friendships, let us discuss one more point. Shraddha matrasya tadbhaktau adhikaritva hetuta angatvamasya viswasa visheshasya tu keshave. Rupa Goswami says that a neophyte devotee who has simply developed a slight love of God is certainly a prospective candidate for devotional service. And he becomes firmly fixed in such devotional service. The assured status becomes a confidential part of his devotional service. Yeah, if you have little Shraddha, here that is only said. Shraddha matrasya tadbhakto adhikaritva hetuta. Angatvamasya. Viswasa visheshasya. Tu kesani. If someone has here some faith, Shraddha means faith. So if someone has as little faith, neophytes, they have little faith. Here Prabhupada is translating as little love, slight love. Without slight love, little faith is also not possible. So that's why Prabhupada is translating as a slight love. So they are prospective candidate for the devotional service. But when he becomes firmly fixed, so that assures status becomes a confidential part of his devotional service. So then he can become the so come to the stage of the Sakhyam. What it means? So who has little faith? They are devotees. They are here only. But once who develop the firm faith, so firmly fixed. Here Prabhupada is writing firm. Firm means Dhrudha. So then only he is become the come to the stage of he can become a Sakya devotee. So if he has very little faith, so he can be eligible for the devotion because as per his faith, a little love he might be doing the some service definitely. So since he is doing some service, he is considered as devotee. But to become a Sakya, it means Sakya Bhakta. He should have firm faith. That means Uttam Sadhana. So then only he can be part of Sakya Bhakti. Because if he doesn't have full faith on Lord, how can he can do Sakya Bhakti? He cannot do. Sakya Bhakti means confidence. Yes or no? Confidence should be there. But that confidence is very less trust. Very less trust is there on the Lord. So he cannot be. So that's why. So in this area, whoever is in the Mishra Bhakti, so or otherwise Daiva Shama, he cannot be a Sakya devotee. So that Anga it's not possible here. Sakya Bhakti is not possible here. Sakya Bhakti is only possible. Maybe Shravanam Kirtanam, there are the different Angas of the pure devotional service are there. Like Sakya, dasyam, Sakya Bhakti, and also Shravanam Kirtanam, or other Vandanam, like this Japa, like the Sankirtan, like this many are there. These are all, so which are the limbs of pure devotion. Those can be practiced even before also. But since they are not done for 24 hours, then they are not the pure devotion. But they can be possible. Those angas can be practiced by Mr. Bhakta. So that, but when he does for the 24 hours, so with full faith on the Lord, then that is pure devotion. But before 2-3 hours, he can do the Shravana. But Sakya Bhakti, 2-3 hours, he can you do? No. Sakya Bhakti demands the what? Full faith. So that is possible only in where, when once he entered the pure devotion. So that means few limbs you cannot practice without having the full faith. That is the main point. What is the difference between these two categories? So he is also doing sadhana and he is also doing sadhana. Difference is, so here he is doing that 64 limbs, either of any one of that, like 24 hours. But here he is not able to do that. Maybe 1 or 2, 4 or 5, or only for few hours, 3 hours, 4 hours he'll do. Then after that he'll be doing his karma and working. So he's coming out from that means in his heart something else is there. That's why he is known as Mr. Bhakta. So that in that 4-5 hours, whatever, in that 4-5 hours of time, he can practice Shravanam Kirtan, but he cannot practice Sakyam. That's not possible because Sakyam demands what? Faith, trust. That is not there for him. So why he is here? Because there is no full trust. So that is not there. So that's why Sakyam is also not possible. Next. So second type of Sakyam is what? परिचर्यापरः केचित् प्रासादेषु च शेरते मनुष्येष्विव मनुष्येषु शिव तं द्रष्टुं व्यवहर्तुं च बन्धुवत्. So second type of is what? Second type is second type of Sakya is well-wisher, well-wishing. That is being said here. So a pure devotee lies down in a temple of the Lord in order to serve him as a confidential friend. जैसे आप अपना किसी मित्र का, if you are the friend of someone, so you will be just so looking opportunity to serve him, na? So like well wisher, immediately you are attacking on his problems and helping him like that. So someone is Just whole night is lying in the temple to clean the temple. So, like our boys also sometimes they sleep overnight and to do the services as a well-wisher. Keep the Lord's temple clean as a well-wisher. So like that. This is a second type of sakya. Such a friendly behavior of a devotee may be accepted. So this is also, yeah, this kind of sakyam is also part of raganubhakti. So that is just a note here. If such a friendship is also, the second type of friendship can be part of raganubhakti. Next, Atmanivedana. We are going to discuss the 49th limb of the bhakti. What it is telling, Atmanivedana. So that means selling yourself to the Lord. So Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, Palasevanam, Archanam, Vandanam, Dasyam, Sakyam, Atmanivedanam. Last one. Out of the 9 limbs of bhakti, so Atmanivedanam is the one. What it means? So complete self-surrender. Complete. Complete means complete. You should not take the secondary meanings of complete. Take the main meaning. Complete means everything. In Srimad Bhagavatam, 29th chapter, verse number 34, it said that what Lord is saying, the person who has completely surrendered unto me and has completely given up all other activities, he is protected by me personally, both in this life and in the next life. In other words, I wish to help him become more and more advanced in spiritual life. Such a person is to be understood as having already achieved sarsti. Why we are not able to progress in our spiritual life? Because we don't surrender to the Lord. Many people they come and ask. So this is one of the limb of the bhakti, out of 64. Martyo yada tyakta samasta karma. Leave all your karma. It means duties. Tyakta samasta karma. Samasta karma means all the duties. Niveditatma, just to surrender yourself to the Lord. Vichikirshitoni. Tada amrutatvam pratipadyama. Maya atma bhuyaya cha kalpatemi. So, if you selling out yourself to the Lord, uh, sell out yourself to complete to the Lord, then that is Atmanivedana. Like a cow or buffalo, If you sell to a merchant or someone, will you take care about that further? No. Similarly, like a house or something, if you sell to someone, will you go and pay the rent, electricity bill, maintenance bill of that apartment or house? No, no. Similarly, Atmanivedana means completely self-surrender, complete. This is also possible in pure devotion only. This cannot be possible in the early stage of the pure devotion now, because it also demands complete faith. If one doesn't have complete faith, how can be he can sell himself to the Lord? No, no. That's right. This is also possible only in pure devotion. So maybe you can sell out only right hand. You know, you may ask the some offer. Is it possible to sell some parts of my body? Yes, you can sell that also. You can sell your right hand, and you should use that right hand only for the Lord's service, not for your personal purpose. You can sell the right leg also. You can sell anything actually in your body, but yeah, then you should not use for your purpose. Like that also you can do if you want to do. So that is also an offering. But selling everything is Atmanivedana. Selling only few half parts, right hand, right leg, or the left hand, left leg, or left eye. So that's not complete. That is not Atmanivedana. Atmanivedana means complete. That also can be done. So Atmanivedana means complete. If one surrender like that, so leave all the karma and dependent on the Lord and do service, is service, direct service. And that is known as Atmanivedana. Then Krishna is going to protect him. He himself is saying in Srimad Bhagavatam 29 chapter, verse number 34. This is an example for Atmanivedana. The self-surrender is called Atmanivedana. According to different authorities, self is differently defined. Self is sometimes considered to refer to the spiritual or soul, and sometimes considered to mind or the body. It can be mind or body also. You can sell your mind also. If you sell your mind, you always think about Krishna only. If you sell your body, and your body will be used only for Krishna's service. If you sell your legs, you'll be using legs for Krishna only. Hands, like that. Speech, you can sell out your speech also. You don't speak anything than the Krishna's names. Like that. So, full self-surrender, therefore, means not only surrendering oneself, a spirit soul, but also surrendering one's mind and body to the service of the Lord. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur has sung a nice song in this connection while offering himself as a fully surrendered soul. He said, my mind, my household affairs, my body, whatever is in my possession, my dear Lord, I offer to you for your service. Now you can do with them as you like. You are the supreme possessor of everything. So if you like, you can kill me. Or if you like, you can give me protection. All authority belongs to you. I have nothing to claim as my Lord. Yamunacharya, in his prayers to the Lord, has expressed a similar idea in the following words. My dear Lord, I may be living within some body as a human being or as a demigod, but whatever mode of life, I don't mind because these bodies are similar byproducts of three modes of material nature. And I, who am I in possession of these bodies, surrendering myself unto. So, see, in Har Bhakti Viveka, there is a statement regarding how can how one can offer his body in self-surrender. There the devotee says, my dear Lord, as a souled animal, has no need to think about his maintenance and sustenance. So I have given up my body and soul unto you. I am no longer concerned with my maintenance and sustenance. Many people they say, if you have full faith, then full faith means Atmanivedana. So if you have Uttama Shraddha means you have Atmanivedana. That is a symptom of the Shraddha. How do you know that you have Uttama Shraddha? That means Sharanapati, Sharanagati, taking the surrenders to the Lord. That is the symptom. You can understand. So that means once who surrender to the Lord, he never think about his bodily maintenance also. So someone thinks about his bodily maintenance, this and that, and sustenance, then he is no longer considered. So as a fully surrendered devotee, I am no longer considered concerned with my maintenance and sustenance. So this is the mood of a fully surrendered devotee. So this is also one of the full surrenders to the Lord. Actually, Jiva Goswami says it's the beginning of pure devotion. Full surrenderance is the beginning of pure. Next. Sometimes next. We are jumping to the 50th item. Atmanivedanam is over. 50th item, one of the limb of 64 is offering a favorite article. Whatever the best article you have in your life, like something best AC, best fruits, whatever best jewelry, giving away to the Lord. So this is one of the limit. Next, performing all endeavors for Krishna. तदब्धे अखिलचेष्टितम् लौकिकी वैदिकी वापि या क्रिया क्रियते मुनि हरिसेवानुकूलैव सा कार्या भक्तिमिच्छता. In Narada Pancharatra, there is a statement of how one can act in all sphere of life for the satisfaction of the Lord. It stated that a person who is actually in devotional service must be engaged in all kinds of activities, those prescribed in revealed scriptures, and also those which are accepted for living. In other words, not only such a devotee engage himself in prescribed duties or devotional service which are mentioned in revealed scriptures, but he also performed the duties in practical life in Krishna consciousness. For example, devotee who has a great establishment or a factory, they offer the fruits, such a material position for the service of the Lord. So here, all endeavors, maybe whatever you have, maybe whatever you have, you are giving everything for the Krishna's satisfaction. So this is one of the limb. Everything, all endeavors for Krishna's pleasing only. So this is possible even in the you are not in the stage of pure devotion, that is possible here also. Like Shravanam Kirtanam is possible here also. Same this some few limbs of that 64 or can be done here also. But since you are not doing this, what is the difference between this and this? Since you are not able to do that for 24 hours, so then that is why it is not a pure devotion. But you do that, but 24 hours you are able to maintain. Then that is pure devotion. That is only the difference. So that's why here this limb is possible even in so platform of so non-pure devotion stage also. लौकिकी वैदिकी वाप या क्रिया क्रियते हरेर सेवानुकूलेव सा कार्या भक्ति निश्चिता. नेक्स्ट शरणापत्ति तवास्मि वदन वाचा तथैव मनसा विद तत्स्थान मिस स्थानमाश्रितः तन्वा मोदते शरणागतः. So next 52nd item, Sharanapatti. It's like Atmanivedanam only. It's also like Atmanivedanam only. Actually, Atmanivedanam is part of Sharanapatti. Sharanapatti means Pratikulyasya Sankalpa, Anukulyasya Sankalpa, Pratikulyasya Vachanam. Rakshashyati Viswasa Bhoktritva Karpanyam Atmanivedanam. So also, Sharanapatti is both are same. In Haribhakti, but Sharanapatti is having the more, but Atmanivedanam is having the only one. Atmanivedanam itself is a one. Sharanapatti means so Anukulyasya Sankalpa, Pratikulyasya Varjanam, Bhaksheti Shati Viswasa, Goptritya, all these 6 items will come under Sharanapatti. So one of that is Atmanivedanam. In Haribhakti Vilasa, there is the following statement about self-surrender. My dear Lord, the person who has surrendered himself unto you, who is in firm conviction that he is yours, and who actually acts in that way by his body, mind, and words, can actually release transcendental bliss. This quotation is showing the Sharanapatti. So, a person who has surrendered himself unto Lord. Okay. Similarly, one more. Anyone who prays unto me and take shelter from me becomes my war. I protect him always from all sorts of calamities. Serving Tulsi tree. In Skanda Purana, there is a statement praising the Tulsi tree as follows. This is another item. This is item number 53. Worshipping Tulsi is also one of the limb of 64. Okay. In the Skanda Purana, there is a statement praising the Tulsi tree as follows. Let me offer my respectful obeisances to the Tulsi tree. It can immediately vanquish volumes of sinful activities simply by seeing and touching this tree. One can relieve from all distress and disease simply by offering obeisances to and pouring water on the Tulsi tree. One can become freed from the fear of being sent to the court of evidence. If someone shows a Tulsi tree somewhere, certainly becomes devoted to Krishna. So just serving Tulsi tree is also one of the okay. There are the few differences. The chapter is over. Next chapter will start. Further aspects. Till now we finished till 53 only. So next 54 onwards, another 10 more items are there. Serving the scriptures. So what scriptures? Scriptures like Bhakti Shastras, not the devotional scriptures. Serving devotional scriptures is also one of the limb of 64 items. One of item among 64. So what it is telling, according to Srila Rupa Goswami, any book which gives enlightenment in the matter of advancing devotional skills is considered to be a revealed scripture. Srila Madhvacharya has also defined revealed scriptures as referring to books such as Ramayana, Mahabharata, Puranas, Upanishads, Vedanta, and any other literature written in portions of such revealed scriptures. These scriptures and which are based upon this are also known as Bhakti scriptures, and serving them is also one of the limb. Means studying, propagating, selling, or distributing, all this comes under the devotional service limb. So it is said in the Srimad Bhagavatam, Narada Muni is saying, my dear Narada, it is Narada to Narada Muni it is said, my dear Narada, a person who writes Vaishnava literature and keeps such literature at home, as Lord Narayana always residing in his house. In the Srimad Bhagavatam, 12th canto, also it is said, Srimad Bhagavatam is the essence of all Vedic Vedanta philosophy. Any person who has become attached in some way or other to the reading of Srimad Bhagavatam cannot have any taste for reading any other literature, in other words. So Prabhupada is ultimately establishing that So reading Shastras means you can consider as Srimad Bhagavatam or any literature on based upon because there's a prime. Next, 55th item is residing in Mathura. Residing in Mathura is also one of the name, one among 64. A person who becomes attracted to the place other than Mathura will certainly be captivated by illusion. Next, rendering service to the devotees. So serving devotees is also one limb. So it is said in the third canto. And also in Padma Purana also it is said, my dear Parvati, there are different methods of worship. And out of all such methods, the worship of the Supreme Person is considered to be the highest. But even higher than that worship of the Lord is worship of Lord's devotees. Worship of Lord's devotees is also highest than the worshiping the Lord. So these are the few references. You can easily understand this. Here, serving of which devotees? You may get this doubt. Serving of whose devotees are considered as. So here one of the here important points are coming. One must approach. No one can approach Supreme Personality of Godhead directly. One must approach him through his pure devotees. Therefore, in system of Vaishnava activities, the first duty is to accept a devotee as spiritual master and then to render service unto him. Srila Rupa Goswami affirms that all the quotations given in the Bhakti Rasamrita from different scriptures are accepted by the great Acharyas and devotees of the Lord. So here one more point we should understand. Here the last line is written that Srila Rupa Goswami affirms that all the quotations given in Bhakti Rasamrita from different scriptures are accepted by the great Acharyas and the Lord. That's fine. But also should understand that Rupa Goswami is saying that here is clarifying So till now we are seeing like Shravana means Lord's names, Kirtana means Lord's names or qualities. We have seen to the Lord all along us. Now here Rupa Goswami is also confirming that not only Lord, you can Lord's devotees also. Like if you chant the Lord's devotees names, and if you hear the Lord's devotees pastimes, and if you serve the Lord's devotee, if you do dasyam sakyam with the Lord's devotees, those are also accepted as the limbs of 64. Wherever Lord is there, you can replace that Lord with his devotees. So and their devotion. Both are workable. Not only Lord, his devotees also. So Shravanam of his devotees, pastimes of his devotees, hearing, or anything. So when his devotee comes and doing obeisances, Vandanam means not only Lord. So devotees also, if you do Vandanam, that is also devotion. Like this. That's the point. Next, 57th item. Serving the Lord according to one's position. In Padma Purana, there is a statement that one should perform sermon. If you have millions of wealth, dollars of wealth, then you serve the Lord like that. If you have nothing, you just offer to the Lord a water. But having the millions of money, dollars of money, but you are offering to the Lord like a poor man, or you are celebrating the Lord's festival like a poor man, and you are serving Lord like a poor man, like a poor, poor devotee, poverty stricken devotee. Only one subject, only one dress for holy year, and but you have millions of rupees or dollars. So no, then that is not service. It's not accepted. You have to serve him according to your capacity, one's position. You should not say that Lord is only expecting water in Bhagavad Gita, Patram Pushpam Phalam Toyam. I'll put one small fruit, but you have opulent wealth, millions and millions of wealth you have, and you are putting one small fruit, and Lord is happy. What it mean? What it mean actually? So that is not service. So that is not the limb of 64. You have to serve according to your position. According to your position, you have to serve millionaire. You have to serve him as a millionaire, not a poor man. Next, performing devotional service. Kartik. Urjavrata means observing. So Kartik Mass, offering lamp. Observing Kartik Mass means you should offer lamp in the month of Kartik to the Lord. That is also one of the way. You all know the story. So Damodari and also there is a positive happening. Okay. Next, Urjavata. 59th item. Janmadina Yatra. Observing festivals like Krishnastami. On that day, you have to do fasting and you have to observe the festival strictly as per the Shastras. This is one of the item. So observing the festivals. And 60th item, serving the Lord's deity, deity worship is also one of the item, archana. A person who is constantly engaged in chanting holy name and who feels transcendental pleasure being engaged in devotional service is certainly awarded facilities of devotional service and is never given just to. So deity worship. Deity worship is also one of the live. So reciting Bhagavatam. Reciting Bhagavatam is also one of the limb. Reciting Bhagavatam is the 61. Reciting Bhagavatam means what it means. Just chanting mantras or slokas? No. Studying. Systematically studying. Okay. Sri Bhagavata Aswada. Nigamakalpataroor phalam sukamukad amrutadrava samvita. Vivata Bhagavatam rasamalayam muraho rasika bhuvi bhav. Bhagavatam is full of nectar and one should relish that. So relishing Bhagavatam is also previously we have seen. So studying the devotional scriptures is also linked. But here particularly said that studying the Bhagavatam. Studying the Bhagavatam is also one of the. There we have seen all the Shastras, devotional Shastras, studying of that is also one of the devotional. Now we are particularly seeing Srimad Bhagavatam. Where Prabhupada also said ultimately Bhagavatam only. Here we are seeing particularly Bhagavatam also. So ultimately, yeah, devotional scriptures means Bhagavatam. One should relish that. This is also one of the link. Parinishthitopi naipunya uttama sloka leelaya. Ruhita cheta rajarshya akhyana bhagavitva. Sukadeva Goswami is also saying in the second canto, of course, Parikshita was fully situated in the Brahman realization. But still, I am attracted by this Bhagavatam, which is recited to me by my father's students, disciples. So, I also learned this from my father. So, that means studying Bhagavatam itself is a devotion. Many times we think that studying Bhagavatam is not devotion, but doing some service in the temple is only the bhakti. No, studying, reciting, teaching Bhagavatam, distributing Bhagavatam, these are all so direct devotional services. So one can do that. If you have taste for Bhagavatam for 24 hours, it's well and good. There is also direct devotion. So should not misunderstand that studying Bhagavatam is just a gnanam. Only we make one who is proud of pride, brings the pride. By studying Bhagavatam, if he is getting the pride, means he is not really studying. By studying Bhagavatam, one will become humble and one will become a servant of the Lord. He will become more humble. Because Bhagavatam teaches all the time how to surrender to the Lord. He will become a humble servant. So, but someone is getting the pride of Bhagavatam. I don't know. It's a side product. But that is not the fault of the Bhagavatam. That is only the person being attracted towards that side products, name, fame, or something. So that's why by doing chanting also you may get sometimes pride. That means it's not the fault of the chanting. Side products will be coming. So many bhakti uttanarthas. Bhakti, when you do, you will be getting a lot of side products. You should not get attracted. That doesn't mean that you should not do the Tanga of the Bhakti. It's a false understanding. One should study Bhagavatam. That itself is a direct devotional service. Sukadeva Goswami also studied from his father. So next is Sadhu Sangha. Same thing, whatever I explained, you can find here. Srimad Bhagavatam should be received in separate succession without any breakage. When a ripened fruit comes from the upper part of the tree into the ground by a process of being handed down from a higher branch to the lower branch by a person in the tree, the fruit doesn't break. Like this fruit is coming from the upper part of the tree to the branch. So that seed is not broken. Fruit comes directly and falls on the ground or comes with the hands, will be broken. This is coming through branch by branch in the tree. So that's why it is safely delivered. That's what Prabhupada is saying. So it is coming through the Guru Parampara. It should come through the Guru Parampara. Srimad Bhagavatam is a fruit and a tree is what? Vedic literature. All the Vedic literature is a tree. On the tree, Srimad Bhagavatam is a ripened fruit, which is the top portion of the tree, which is in the top portion of the tree. And now we are in the ground actually. How we should receive this ripened fruit of that tree, Vedic literature? It should be delivered through the branch by branch. It means through the Guru Parampara. So you should receive Srimad Bhagavatam through Guru Parampara. That's the point Prabhupada is saying. Okay. So here Sukadeva Goswami also admits that he also studied. Next, assisting the advanced devotees. This is the next item, 62nd item. Okay. 62nd item is association with the devotees. These items once again will be repeated. 60, 61, 62, 63, 64. 60 is Mathura Vas. You can see that last we studied. Mathura Vas. 68 is 60th is worshipping the deity. 61 is studying the Srimad Bhagavatam. 62 is associating devotees and serving them. And 63 is chanting Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. And 64 is the Mathura Vas. These 5 items are going to come again So, but we will be first finish the 64. That means 62 we'll do now. So, associating devotees is a prime thing in our my devotional life. All of our devotional progress is based upon the association of devotees. So, the real solution for any problem, any kind of devotional problem, what is the solution? Solution is only the association of the devotees. Nothing actually. Any type of problem can be solved by this. It's a powerful weapon. That's why the importance of discussing Srimad Bhagavatam in the society of pure devotees was explained by Saunaka Muni during the meeting at Naimisharanya in the presence of Suta Goswami. Suta Goswami confirmed that if someone is fortunate enough to associate with a pure devotee of the Lord even for a moment, that particular moment is so valuable. Even those pious activities which can promote one to heavenly planets are give liberation. So that means 1 second with the devotees means the types of devotees are there. Powerful devotee and pure and powerful and merciful. Types of devotees. It's not that the any type of devotees association is going to give the solution. No, no. It's a powerful, pure devotees association. And also they should be merciful. It's not necessary that all powerful devotees are merciful. They may be merciful, may not be. Their interest. And also not necessary that everyone is pure devotee. So we have to be selective. So devotees has to be selectively. So one should associate a powerful, merciful, and pure. So devotee, if you associate, so then all your devotees, all your problems will be solved. So to go some confirm that if someone is fortunate enough to associate with a pure devotee, the Lord, even for a moment, is so valuable than achieving the Swarga. But one moment of pure devotees association cannot be compared with the Swarga. That is in Hari Bhakti Sudodaya is also there is a conversation. My dear son, association is very important. It is just like a crystal stone which will reflect anything which is put before it. Similarly, if we associate with the flower-like devotees of the Lord, and if our hearts are crystal clear, then everything and certainly the same action will be there. That's why we should associate pure devotees, not the so-called. Next is the Nama Sankirtan, is the next item. Already said these are all Japa, Kirtan. Once again, these 5 items are being repeated. Matravas also is said there, but it is still coming second time. Why is telling second time? Because they are very important. And about these 5 items, he is going to write even further. In 64 list, he said already. So these, and once again, he is including that 64. And once again, he is going to elaborate also. Because these 5 items are very important. Worshipping deities. So reading the Bhagavatam. So next, associating devotees. Chanting holy names. Next, Madhuravas. These 5 are very important. That's why he's listed 2 times in 64 list. And also he is, yeah. So like reading Shastra is already said now. But why is saying here Bhagavatam once again? Shastra means Bhagavatam is also one of the devotional Shastra. That is very specifically important. And chanting, Shravanam, Kirtanam. Kirtanam, we already said, na? What is Japa, what is Kirtan, we already discussed. But why is saying once again Nama Sankirtan? It's important. Like Mathura was already said, na? Once again, he's going to say Mathura. So it's like that. Worshipping devotees is already said, na? But now is once again is said already associating devotees. Because they are all very important. That's right. So chanting the holy name of the Lord is is one of the limb of the 64. एतन्निर्विद्यमानानाम् इच्छतामकुतो भयम् योगिनां नृपनिर्णीतं हरेर्नाम कीर्तनम्. So Nama Sankirtanam is more important. In Srimad Bhagavatam, we are seeing Sukadeva Goswami. So he's being asked by Parikshit, what should be done? The person who is going to die, what he should hear, what he should chant, what he should remember. So, in reply to this, Sukadeva Goswami said, one should do Tasmat Bharata, Sarvatma Bhagwan Harivisha, Srotavyam, Itavyascha, Smartavyaschetchetavayam. He said three things he should do at least. Mainly, Shravana, Kirtan, Smarana. But after saying this, Sukadeva Goswami is coming more closer. So he's saying, Etannirvidyamananam ichchitamakuto bhayam yoginam rupanirnitam harer namanuki. He's saying, out of these three also, do you think something is more important? Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam. And Sukadeva Goswami is saying, yes, Kirtanam is more important. So Kirtanam is also four types. Nama Kirtanam, Rupa Kirtanam, Guna Kirtanam, Leela Kirtanam. Out of these four, which is important? So do you give any preference? Sukadeva Goswami is saying, yes. Nama Kirtanam. What kind of Nama Kirtanam? Namanu Kirtanam, continuous Kirtanam. Continuous Kirtan is more important. Okay. So, but beginning is what? Shravanam only. Important is Kirtanam. But Kirtanam begins with what? Shravanam. If you don't do Shravanam, and you cannot do Kirtanam. Okay. But Kirtanam is used. So that is being said here. Even the pure devotees also they do. Even the persons who are desiring for the liberation and who are desiring for the material benefits. For everyone, this is recommended. Nirvidyamana Ichchita Etat. Because it gives everything. And it is akuto bhai. You don't need to get any fear of suchi muchi. Anytime, any situation you can do this. So powerful. It is free from all the conditions. That's why so Rupa Goswami is emphasizing kirtan, chanting. Chanting is very important. Okay. Chanting of holy names. That too. Next, final foremost one. So living in Mathura. Living in Mathura is also direct devotion. Everyone go to the different holy dhams to get the liberation. They consider liberation as the highest good. But such a liberated people also come to Mathura, and why? Because they are going to get more than the liberation, that is Hari Bhakti. So because that is available in the Mathura. That's why among all the holy places, Mathura is the highest. Aho Madhupuri Dhanya Vaikuntacha Gariyasi. This Mathura is far, far superior than Vaikunta also. Even one stay there for one day. So he'll be getting the bhakti. In future, definitely he'll become good at any stage of the life or otherwise in the next life. No doubt in that. So these last five are very, very important. Okay. Living in Mathura, who is that person who will not agree to worship the land of Mathura? Mathura can deliver all desires and ambitions of fruity workers and of the solver, salvationists who desire to become one with the Supreme. Suddenly, Mathura will deliver desires of the devotees who simply aspire to be engaged in devotional service of the. In the Vedic literature, it is also stated how powerful it is that simply by residing in Mathura, even for one day, one can achieve a transcendental loving attitude toward the Supreme Personality of this land of Mathura must be more glorious than life. Okay. So tomorrow we are going to discuss. So last five items. So last five items are very important. So it is said here you see. Residing in Mathura, worshipping deities, reciting Srimad Bhagavatam, serving devotees and chanting Hare Krishna. They are so potent that a small attachment for any one of these five items can arouse devotional ecstasy even in a neophyte. If you have even a little bit attraction for any one of these, you start getting the pleasure of the bhakti. So these five are the very important. If you have attraction for all the five, it's good. But even if you have attraction for any one of these five, which are said in the last, so very nice. So we discussed by this 12th chapter, we finished the 64. In 13th chapter, we are going to discuss once again all the last five. That will be in the tomorrow's class. So next will be devotional qualifications. That's a Yuktavara guide. That will be 13, 14, 15. We'll finish in tomorrow's class. These are very simple. Okay. Any questions?
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Yes, Madam.
So one thing I wanted to ask, here it is given that living in Mathura is very important. So why only Mathura? There are Vrindavan is also a dham, Mayapur is also a dham. So why Mathura is stressed?
Mathura Mandal means Vrindavan, everything comes. 884 crores.
That 84 crores parikrama is that?
84 crores, parikrama. 84 crores. Yeah. And Vrindavan, Mayapur is Gupta Vrindavan. Secret Vrindavan. So that's why it is not revealed in the book, but it is also like that only. It's secret, no? So that's why it cannot be said openly in the books.
Okay, Prabhu. Thank you so much.
Any questions? Okay, everyone understood?
Yes, Prabhu.
Okay. Thank you very much. No questions?
Thank you very much. Take care health, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
No problem.
Okay, Prabhu. Thank you. Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
One check out.
Thank you, Prabhu.
ये बच्चा का ठीक है वैष्णवी
अनंत कोटि वैष्णव भक्तवृंद की जय श्री
जय जय
Krishna.